I just wanted to ask you, so you were the first student at CSA.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think there was also another student that joined you, but you were basically the first one. So could you tell us a little about what was your experience like being the first student at a school?
Yeah, it was definitely kind of weird because I mean, I don't think a lot of students get that experience of being the first student at a school.
Yeah.
But overall, I'd say my experience at CSA and also the other student and I were the only students for a little while as well, I think for a month or two. Um,
Mhm.
Overall, I'd say it was really good because I found out that it had way more benefits than disadvantages when it comes to being like in a school with very little students. I found out that the teachers actually had so much time for me, and I really took advantage of that time, and I got to actually get to know the teachers as well a little bit, and we had a really good
Mhm.
relationship where I wanted to learn. Like they were almost like in that position of being able to give me so much more than just any other teacher would at any other school, and definitely my previous school. So that was something that I really enjoyed, having the benefits of being the first and almost only student. Yeah.
That's great. Because I think, I mean, I would have I like to have that experience, but definitely
Yeah.
we don't all have that. But also I wanted to ask you, so you made that switch from your old school to a new school that was, coming into the market.
Yeah.
Obviously, this was also Cambridge and all of that. So syllabus wise, it was the same.
Yeah.
But what was that specific thing that made you want to switch schools?
So I think in the beginning, before CSA even started, I knew Miss Shalika, the principal, and I went for business studies classes to her, and that's how I got to know her and about the school as well. We actually came up with this idea of the school in a business studies class where we were discussing about how we wish there was a school that would really look into the student and try to give them the best possible education. And lo and behold, CSA became a thing. And yeah, and there was a little bit of a break in the middle of when I finished my exams and joined CSA. About, I think, 2 to 3 months I had off. So Ms.
Mhm.
Shalika actually gave me an assignment to do during that 3 months, and that is what really pushed me to join CSA and believe in CSA as well. Basically, what I had to do was write an essay. It was not your normal essay, like a 500 word essay. It was more like a 5,000 word essay.
Wow.
And yeah, that was something that I had never done. I was an O-level student at that time, so the most I had written was probably 600 maximum words. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, and Miss Shalika asked me to pick a subject that I was passionate about. And at that time I really was passionate about, and I actually wanted to know more about women's rights. And also I had to kind of think about what angle I had to pursue in that field, and I chose women in a workplace. And I learned so much about how women kind of fare in the workplace and how we are kind of disadvantaged in the workplace. And
Yeah.
that really opened my eyes as well. But yeah, doing all that research and actually learning how to write an essay with referencing and all of those things that come with writing, it was almost like a report.
Mhm.
um, I actually learned that so early on, and that helped me a lot during university, because at university they kind of expect you to know how to reference, and they'll give you a website link saying, okay, go and learn referencing on this link, and that's about all they're going to teach you. So I had the prior knowledge, which was really good. I didn't really
Yeah.
have to learn it all over again, and that was such a helpful thing, which yeah really benefited me later. But doing that essay and learning about that subject and learning to research even was something that really helped me, and I was so sure that I was going to get something similar at CSA itself,
Mhm.
similar and way more, which I did. Yeah.
That's great. I think the experience of having to reference is definitely something that not all the universities teach. I know certain universities do have a certain sector, like
Yeah.
a little, module for that, but
Yeah.
not all of them do teach that. So,
Yeah.
and referencing is it can be tricky also if you don't know how to
Yeah,
do it right.
it's
It's
a bit
just easy to
confusing.
be fun. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I certainly get you when you said about that. So that's great. So my next question is, so you are now also teaching at CSA, right? So could you tell me how is that going? You studied at CSA. I mean, you also told me that you were part of why CSA came alive. So how is it working for CSA now that you're a teacher there?
Um, it is both a big change and not so much a change at the same time, because obviously the change of becoming a teacher from being a student is obviously huge, but I think it is somewhat comforting for me because I know the staff and I know Miss Shalika as well, and um, I kind of know how things work, so that really helped me just jump straight into teaching. Yeah, and I'm currently teaching art and English literature,
Right.
and those two subjects are really really fun subjects for me, and I majored in fashion design and marketing, so art is something that I had my fingers in for a long time, and I think it's just really been fun working as a teacher and really eye-opening as well, because I get to see how students think and how I would have been thinking when I was in school.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
thinking, oh, okay, so that's what I was thinking back then. But yeah, I think overall it's been a really good experience being a teacher at CSA as well.